The steak was rare, blood pulled on the plate like a quiet warning. I chose not to acknowledge it. His fork clinked against his wine glass, drawing the room's attention. My wife's brittle smile, her younger brother's cocky smirk, the board members feigning casual conversation. "I have an announcement," he said, lifting his glass. "Gavin will be our next CEO." Not me. Gavin. His 18-year-old son who had yet to file a tax return. Everyone clapped. I smiled, careful, practiced. My heart beat, once hard, then settled into something colder. "Completely understand," I said. They didn't notice the way my hand tightened around the stem of my glass. They didn't see the kill forming behind my eyes. They thought it was over. It had only just begun. 12 years ago, I married into the legacy, not for the money, not for the name. I married Claire because she believed in what I could build. We were supposed to build it together. Her father, Charles, handed me the keys to a broken-down shell of a company, a vanity project he didn't have the stomach to fix. I bled for it, late nights, missed anniversaries. Every brilliant piece of myself poured into resurrecting it. I made it a force. I made them all rich, and they loved me for it, at first. But success tastes sweeter when you don't owe it to anyone. Eventually, the gratitude rotted into resentment. I saw it start in Charles's eyes, the discomfort of being outshined by the man he once called son. Claire began pulling away too. Silences where there used to be laughter. Excuses, secrets. And Gavin. Gavin was just a spoiled child looking for a throne he hadn't earned. Still, I played the loyal soldier, waiting for the first open betrayal. It came fittingly over dinner, weeks before that night. Little things began to sour, documents missing from shared drives, barred meetings I wasn't invited to, Claire whispering on the phone at night, her voice tense, clipped. Then the bomb dropped in a clumsy email thread I was accidentally CC'd on. Once Gavin transitions, make sure to isolate Marcus from sensitive decisions. He'll understand. It's what's best. They mistook my silence for stupidity. I didn't rage. I didn't confront Claire. I just sat in the dark, rereading the email, feeling the last threads of loyalty snap, one by one. Understanding isn't forgiveness. Understanding is fuel. The first move was invisible, a quiet withdrawal of trust. I mirrored their secrecy. I stopped offering ideas. I stopped answering late-night calls. I became a ghost among them, studying their every weakness. Charles prided himself on image. He feared scandal more than death. Gavin, a digital footprint littered with indulgences, private parties, underage drinking, insider trading whispers. I hired a forensic tech, made copies of everything Gavin ever touched online. Claire. Poor Claire. I found her encrypted messages, not just to Charles, but to an old lover, rekindled in my absence. They wanted to replace me? Fine. But they would choke on the crown they stole. Quietly, I bought controlling interest in the company's real estate division, the one asset Charles overlooked because he thought it was boring, unimportant. I used shell companies, offshores, friends of friends. On paper, it didn't trace back to me, not yet. Then, I set the final trap. At the next board meeting, I presented my retirement plan. Polite applause, forced sympathy. They were eager to shove me out the door. While they celebrated, I called in every clause they'd forgotten I buried in their contracts. Golden parachutes, stripped severance packages, triggered by misconduct clauses Gavin had already violated, thanks to the dossier I anonymously leaked to the Regulatory Commission. The real estate holdings. I announced a portfolio consolidation, tripling the rent on the company's headquarters and key facilities. Pay up or break the leases. A simple choice, bankruptcy or begging. The blood drained from Charles's face first, then Claire's. Gavin just stared, confused, as everything crumbled under his shiny new title. I sat there, hands steepled, watching it all fall, watching them fall. Charles cornered me in the parking lot, spitting threats between gasps for breath. You can't do this. This company is my legacy. I looked at him, really looked at him, a hollow king clutching a crumbling crown. "You handed it to me broken," I said. "I just returned it in the same condition." He swung at me, clumsy, desperate. I sidestepped it without breaking a sweat, stepped into my car, and drove off without looking back. Revenge isn't loud. It's surgical. It cuts where it bleeds the most. They thought they were replacing a pawn. They never realized I was the one moving the board. As I watch their empire sink from a distance, I don't feel guilt, only relief. Betrayal is an art, but so is revenge. And I've always been a better artist.